British National Party is launching its campaign for the European elections today. It wants the UK to withdraw from the EU, but to maintain trade-based cooperation with other European countries. Well, you probably know the BBC is hearing from each party out on the campaign trail that's fielding a full slate of candidates, and that includes the BNP. So the leader of the BNP, Nick Griffin, joins me from our studios in Salford. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
You want this country to leave the EU then? I mean, why would someone watching you today who would like to pull back from the EU, why would they vote for your party?
Well, because we're saying something different. The other parties talking about this are saying Britain should have a referendum. We remember the referendum in 1975, which was rigged by the government and big business. So we ended up with yet again a yes vote. So we simply don't trust that. And a vote for us is a vote which says we simply want to leave Europe immediately, without negotiations, without a referendum. Just get out and get Britain free.
If you're out on the doorstep, though, campaigning in the run-up to May the 22nd, do people really say that you're the party to do that, to take Britain out of Europe? Is that reason why people want to vote for you?
Well, we're the only ones saying that we should just leave and we don't need a referendum. No, the reason people are voting for us is overwhelmingly people are voting on this in this election on the issue of immigration. And the people voting for us are the ones who trust the BNP on immigration, because we've always said it needs to be stopped, even when it was unfashionable to do so, and because our policy is a complete halt to immigration. They contrast us with UKIP, who've got a policy of 50,000 net immigration every year, which means that the 300,000 Brits who emigrate each year will be replaced under UKIP by Pakistanis and Africans, plus 50,000. So their policy is 350,000 more third world immigrants into Britain every year. Our policy is very simple. We don't care whether they're white, black, brown or green. The country's full. We'll shut the door. And that's what people are voting for.
But your membership is falling dramatically, the membership of your party. Doesn't that say that actually people aren't interested? At the end of last year, you had fewer than 5,000 members.
And the year before that, actually, we've gone down to 4,000. So we're recovering. We're one of the few parties in this country now in the black. Obviously, it's all the other parties are being affected by the UKIP bubble. But as I say, as voters understand that UKIP's apparent promise to stop immigration is completely false, then they're coming back to us.
But you're not recovering. At the end of the last year, you had 4,800. Only a year before that, you had getting on for 8,000. That's quite a big drop in one calendar year.
You've not got the figures quite right. But if you want to talk about the fortunes of the BNP, then you're absolutely fine. Because everyone understands that no party in British politics has ever been vilified and persecuted like the British National Party has. And the interesting question is why. I think there's three reasons. Firstly, when we say we'll stop immigration, everyone knows we actually mean it, and the politically correct elite don't like that. Secondly, when we say that we'll get to grips with the bankers and the corporate privatisation vultures and reverse their looting of Britain and put them and the politicians who allowed it in prison, people appreciate that. And thirdly, when all the other parties are basically trying to get us into war in places like Syria and against Russia, absolute insanity, we're the only ones who say keep Britain out of foreign wars, mind their own business, and no British blood for other people's quarrels.
You use the word vilified. You have been vilified by members of your own party. You were one of two people elected at the last set of European elections. The other person, Andrew Brons, is no longer a member of the party, and he blames it on you and says that you've made the party collapse. Yeah,
well, similarly, you look at UKIP, they had 12 MEPs elected last time, 6 of them defected. These things happen, but the internal affairs of the British National Party are of no interest to electors. What people are interested in is actually having the chance to vote for a party which says, shut the doors on immigration for good.
If you lose on May the 22nd, is that the end of your party?
Absolutely not. No, some people have said it'd be great to have Nick back in Britain more, and we'll certainly go on because we're British Bulldogs, we keep fighting. And I think that British politics is going to be radically shaken up by the bursting of the UKIP bubble in due course. It has radicalised a lot of people. It's made it, a lot of people think we really can now talk about the immigration issue. The British National Party started that process, and when UKIP's long gone, we'll finish it.
Nick Griffin, thank you.
Thank you.